Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, and Beautified by Romina. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regina Elena. This is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
La la la. Hello, everybody. You know, nice way, great start, people. Like seconds before we went live, I was like
panic mode.
Like literally 3 seconds before you saw us, I was trying to. You know what I think we need? We need like a secondary shelf
drawer?
under here. Yeah, I guess a drawer, just something where I could like. Because like here I've got our ad paper, and it was sitting here, and I'm like, that doesn't look very good. Like, look at that doesn't look very good. But if it was here, no one would be the wiser.
Anyways, hi everyone.
Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 188
Ooh.
of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. I am your host, the one, the only, Scott Dion Brown. Sup, people? And I'm joined by the greatest co-host in all the galaxy, the one, the only,
Regina Elena. Happy Sunday fun day, everyone. It is a gloomy day here in Toronto. I'm going to take your weather portion and make it my own.
Day.
It's a gloomy day here in Toronto.
It's
calling
gray.
for rain.
It's calling for rain. In fact, downtown where I was, it was already like a bit like raining.
Ooh.
It's already raining.
Not fun.
And that's the way she goes. Hey, good morning, Mike Brown. Good morning. Nice to see you two in the studio again.
Yeah, we're back.
I agree.
We're
I
back
agree.
in studio.
It's like
It's
it's
been 3 weeks. A month for me, actually.
So first we left the studio for over 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then we came back to the studio for a very small amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got kicked out of the studio again by COVID.
Yes.
And now we're back.
We're back.
Now we're testing negative, people. Oh yeah, for people who don't know, we talked about it last week, but we both got COVID.
Yeah.
And,
Womp womp. But at least, we have it. We had it. Sorry. It's in our systems. We're good. We survived. We thrived, and we're here.
Yeah. You know what's an interesting dynamic I noticed that was different is even after I was like testing negative,
Mm-hmm.
right? I still have like this kind of like a bit of a cough, right? You guys heard a little cough right off the top of the show. And like I've talked to a lot of people who had that. They're like, oh yeah, like I had a cough for like 3 months after, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But what I've noticed is there's a shift in dynamic, whereas like before, when I was like, say when I put on a mask indoors, or even when I'm walking around, trying to stay away from people, I was always trying to stay away from people because I don't want to catch COVID. But now, even though like it was more kind of a little while ago, but even then, even now, when I'm walking around, now in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to infect anyone. You know what I mean? I'm not scared of getting COVID right now.
Yeah.
I'm scared of, or not scared, but like, it's suddenly I feel like I need to protect these people from myself.
Yeah, I'm sitting next to you.
Yeah. It was just interesting. It was just an interesting. Well, no, we're in the same
yeah.
boat. We're in the same boat. We got the same strain.
At the same time.
Yeah, and so they're saying we're supposed to get like 90 days of immunity or something. That's what they say.
Well, that's perfect because I'm going to Texas next week. So this is
right.
good timing, I guess, for me to get it.
Yeah, you're going to
Galaxy Internationals.
Galaxy
Woo.
Internationals. Oh, hey, Rosanna. Hello. Welcome to the
Hi.
show. We're in studio, just chatting about.
Oh my God, you fixed the sign.
Oh yes, I fixed the N. Oh,
I'm like, hang on.
In fact, you know what else I did? I was never happy with the S.
You redid it?
All I did was I flipped it upside down, and I think it looks better.
Maybe you had it on wrong the entire time.
Yeah, probably. I might still adjust it. I might adjust, like, see right here, the top of the S?
Yes.
I feel like I should, if I cut that a bit.
Just leave it.
Make it a little bit shorter. Although, honestly, yeah, looking at it now, it always looked just a little strange to me before. Now it does. And if you're watching this, or rather, if you're listening to this on Spotify, or we're now on Google Podcasts as well.
Ooh.
We're on another platform, everybody.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, so if you're listening to us on either of those platforms, I'm just talking. We have a nice big sit-down sign behind us. And if you are listening, obviously thank you for listening. But I would encourage you guys to tune in live on YouTube, because you can actually
See us.
and our sign that's been modified.
That I've broken many times.
Actually,
That is
true.
why Scott is on this side, or on the side where the sign is, because...
Well, you broke it before. You broke it before for usually with decorations, right?
Yeah,
Because
I'm not allowed to touch the sign.
We like to get into the spirit of what's
festive.
going on. Yeah. So I think one time you broke it because for Christmas you were throwing some garlands up or stockings. Or
No,
something.
your mom decorates it for Christmas.
Oh,
It was
okay.
a birthday episode. Or was it a Valentine's Day episode?
It was one of those types of
Yeah.
things. So we bring streamers or whatever we bring in, but those letters, I mean, they're on there as you can see, but it's not that difficult if you wanted to
Clearly.
take them down.
But anyways,
How was your week, Regina?
my week was, I swear I just saw you. My week was
Yeah.
good. Like I said earlier, I will be going to Texas in a couple of days. So I'm just really busy getting the final prep for internationals.
Are you ready? You're good to go?
I am
Feel good?
now. Thanks for doing my headshots.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we should talk about that. So on Friday, I did we did a photo shoot, but I was behind the camera for Regine's headshots. And so the thing is, all this time I've been leading up to, I'm planning to do my next film project. So I'm working on the script, but I'm also building up an actual set of gear that I want to be able to have so that I can produce content more inexpensively rather than having to. So for the last several films that I did, I would always go and rent like a professional camera, professional lights, lens, sort of all the gear that I need. And I'm still going to probably rent the odd thing when I need it. But I wanted to have sort of this base amount of stuff that I don't have to run to a rental place every time. Like, I remember when we shot Kessler Syndrome, my first short film, I sort of planned for one weekend of shooting, because that's all, right? But then on the Sunday, when I did a lot of the visual effects shots, when I went into editing, I was like, oh shoot, like a lot of this didn't work. It just didn't work. Like the strategy I took for achieving the look I was going for, when I actually looked at it in post, I'm like, this isn't. So I had to shoot it again. And what that meant was going back to the store. And so right there, it just sort of doubled my budget on rental equipment, And so I just think it'd be way easier if I could just, I'll just pop back over and, And I think my long-term goal eventually would be to like be able to just sort of on my own produce a piece of film or something from beginning all the way to end, and I've got all the gear for every step of the process. So, Rosanna says S is the sexiest letter of the alphabet. So true, so true, Rosanna.
It's very curvy.
Yeah, it is the curviest. That's true.
Go. Is it though, or is O the curviest letter?
I think S has got more going on.
But if you, I'm not even gonna go there. Anyways, continue your story.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so I just told that whole story because I've been right now in the process of building gear. So I've placed an order for a new camera that will arrive. I'm not sure when, but it's on the way. It might be a while actually because it's a special order one. Anyway, that's on the way. I've been ordering lights, and the majority of my YouTube viewing as of late has been almost 100% filmmaking videos. There are a lot of great resources. And for any budding filmmakers out there, people, YouTube, there's just so much. There's so much. Basically, like almost because there's so many people who work in the industry at various levels, and they're just posting about stuff that they do, gear that they use. And one thing that I kept seeing, that kept popping up from people, is like I would watch videos. So I've been watching stuff about lighting a lot lately, lighting and sound, and like I would watch videos that's like, different lighting techniques to get a cinematic look, right? That would be like, the title would be something like that.
Yeah.
And they'll show like, there's like, you can get these soft boxes, you can do this, you can buy this piece of gear, but you know what I mean? And one thing that several of these filmmakers were talking about, and you know where I'm getting at
I do,
is they talk about a shower curtain.
Yeah.
A shower curtain, or I guess more specifically, a shower lining. Mm-hmm. And like the guy that I was watching, mentioned specifically like like a really, really cheap one. Like you're talking like a $7 thing from like Walmart, you know? And I watch videos where like they'll use like a softbox, like, or super expensive lights and everything. And they're like, and then they'll do the shower curtain, which was the cheapest option. And they'll be like, some of them will be like, this is weird because
it works.
I think I kind of like the shower curtain the best, you know? Mm-hmm. And the reason for it makes sense, is because all the shower curtain is it diffuses the light. So you need a light behind it.
The lining, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you need a proper light behind it. But the shower curtain, you shine the light through that, just like a white, sort of like misty looking, whatever, plastic or whatever it's made of. And then the light goes through the shower curtain and shines onto your subject. And what you get is this really beautiful,
the light
soft,
that we have right now.
Yeah, well, it's like this. So what we're using right now is a soft box, right? Which is actually great. Like, I really like these type. I've used these for a lot of things. So a soft box is just, it's basically, there's a light behind it, inside it, and then there's a piece of fabric, a square of fabric, and this one is about...
That looks like a shower lining.
It kind of is. It's basically like a plasticky,
Yeah.
right? And I don't know, what is that, about 30 by maybe 16 inches or 20, So it's a big box. That's what it is. But the shower curtain is just bigger. And that's why it gives a better light, because the larger the source, the better it would be.
But can we just tell them about one of your shower curtains that you opened?
Yeah, so I went to Walmart, and the reason I went to Walmart is because the guy in the video specifically went to Walmart. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it too, because I was looking on Amazon, and they had the same stuff, but I thought for this specifically, like, I kind of want to like hold it in my hand and look at, like, I'm going to be shining light through it, so I got to see what the actual texture is. And when I got there, they had a few different ones, and there was one that was $4. Which was made out of, I don't remember, but it was like more plastic. And then there's another one that says it was made of fabric, but it's not really a fabric. They both felt like plastic. But anyway, I bought both. One was like $15, one was $4. I get home, and you were there. I'm opening up these shower curtains as I'm setting up the lighting. Like, Regine's makeup is being done by Beautified by Romina, by the way. Fantastic makeup artist.
Our newest main advertiser.
Yes. She's now an official sponsor, along with Jeanette McKenzie. So I open up the shower curtain, and I'm like, what is that smell? And I unfold it, and it's plastic. I unfold it, and I noticed that my hands were getting wet. There was moisture in this bag.
So gross.
And I'm like, it smells good. I'm like, what is this? It smells nice. And I realized, wait a minute, that smells like shampoo. It smells like soap.
Yep. Smells like someone took a bath with
So
it.
like, now I'm sitting here with this shower curtain. I'm like, did somebody use this and return it to Walmart?
I mean, it is Walmart. Walmart will accept
They have a good
everything and anything.
good return policy, but who returns a $4 shower curtain?
After it's been used.
I guess they tried it and they were like, you know what?
Maybe they use it as just the shower curtain, not realizing it was lining, and was like, no, this isn't doing anything for me. Folded it back up and returned it. Got their $4 back, and then this guy picks it up and buys it.
On the shelf. I guess it's possible, because you know what it is, I will say. So I bought two, right? The first one I bought was like, it's very much a white color. So like when you hang it up, you can't see through it. You just see white. And that's why, so the light comes through it, it's nice and diffused. But the $4 shower curtain is much more translucent. So like it diffuses,
But
right?
not as much.
But you could, like if you stood naked behind it, they would see like
I see you.
a blurry flesh-colored body, right? You couldn't make out who it was, but they'd see you. So maybe the person was like, "This is no good.
I see myself in the mirror."
I could be seen right through here. I gotta take this back."
And now he has a $4 moist shower curtain chilling in his living room.
Let's think. So there's a part of me that was like, do I take this back and be like, you guys sold me like it used?
But then what if they're like, actually, sir, you used it?
That's the thing, because so the guy that returned it
Or person.
probably, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's true. Could be man or woman or whatever. The person who returned it probably was like, oh yeah, I didn't open it. I just don't need it.
Yeah.
Right. So if I go back now and be like, this is wet and it's used, they'll be like, sir, we can't take that if it's used. You know.
Or just like my mom said, just donate it to Value Village. Oh, sorry.
That wasn't a cough. It was the coffee. Coffee went down the wrong pipe. But although it fit when we were talking.
Maybe I need the shower curtain and just put it here,
We do.
guys.
No. So what I ended up doing was
Oh my god, did you return it?
no.
Okay.
Yeah. It's hanging there on Walmart, so if anybody wants it. No, what I did was I laid it out on the floor, and I dried it with a paper towel,
Disgusting. You touched it. Okay.
and I'm just going to use it. Just going to keep it.
So for those who are filming with Scott in the near future, you see a more translucent filter.
Yeah, and if you're like, what's that yummy smell? It smells good.
That's
Yeah.
gross.
Well, I realize, I'm not, even if I was showering with it, it would get washed off.
Is it like reusable? Like, can you put it in the laundry machine?
I don't think so. It's literally like plastic.
Oh, never mind.
Like, I feel like it would
You
melt.
need to just leave it outside and then run it through a hose.
Well, I found I just laid it out, and then, like, I will say this, it wasn't soaked. It just had a couple patches. So I just sort of wiped it.
It has patches because it was folded up for so long.
I gave it a good wipe.
That's gross. Do you guys think Scott should just get rid of it? It's used. It's a used shower curtain that he bought at Walmart for $4. Keep it, throw it out, donate it.
I will say this. It was lightly used. Right.
How do you know, though?
Well, because...
Exactly, you don't know.
But the thing is, it was folded up perfectly, which means all of the fold seams were still there.
How do you know that? How do you know it wasn't actually used and they returned it, folded it up? It's been sitting on the shelf for so long that it just reformed.
Oh, like it made new seams? It's possible. I have it now.
That's gross.
You know what the bottom line is?
I'm glad it wasn't used on me.
The thing that I agree with the person who returned it, $4, Regina, is still $4. All right, $4. I don't want to waste that $4. All right, he wanted to get his $4 back. I spent the $4. I'm gonna get my money's worth.
Do you think it was $4 because it was returned?
I think they were all $4. Like there was others behind it.
You should have gotten the ones behind.
Well, now I know now.
Anyways, yes, we did the photo shoot.
Yeah, but sorry. All in all, look, now that I've used the shower curtain, not for showering, for shooting video, it's the best thing I've ever used. It's so good. Mm-hmm. And I will say, how many times did I like exclaim at the amazingness of the shower curtain while we were shooting the shoot?
Okay, for those who do photo shoots or model or are used to taking headshots or pictures or whatever, you know how usually you feel a lot better about yourself when the photographer's like, oh my god, your photo looks great? All I heard from him was, wow, the lighting is amazing. The shower curtain is awesome. I'm like, wow, thanks.
The model was good too. Was pretty good.
The lighting got more praise than the actual.
You know what? You're definitely right.
Rude.
But it all works together. But no, the model was great too. But that shower curtain is the star of the show.
So
Absolutely.
great that we're still talking about it today.
Yeah, it was just so good. So I will say this seriously: anybody who's getting into film or thinking about or just wanting to produce sort of video content of any kind,
TikTokers out there use shower curtains.
Yeah, well, you know what the thing is, actually, so many people even just have to be on camera for Zoom calls and all this stuff. So already, first of all, if you want to make yourself look a little bit better on your Zoom calls, like just putting a lamp in front of you
With a shower curtain.
will do it. But yeah, but exactly. But like if you put just like a straight bulb, like if you put like a desk lamp and shine it at your face, it's going to be kind of a harsh light. Mm-hmm. So if you diffuse it with either, say, a lampshade, or if you actually are looking for something to use and you have a way to suspend it, something like a shower curtain like that will just soften the shadows and just make the whole thing beautiful.
You heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first.
Yep.
I heard it on Friday, but
Jenna Rose Fitness in the chat. Hey guys, back in studio. Yep. We're back.
Here.
And we're going to get you back in here soon, Jenna. We're going to get you back in here soon.
Did you try the lip?
Not yet.
Anything?
Well, because we were going to do it at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And you want to do it after the pageant.
Yes. Ooh, a bug. Yes.
Okay. So when Regine finishes the pageant, we're going to both start the...
Which one did you buy? The cross one? Or
No, I bought the one that there's a little hole. Although, you know what's weird? When it arrived, it didn't say it specifically in the thing, but it said, when it arrived, the box said they were
used.
used. They were kind of wet. They smelled good. No, they were. I think they're for children.
Oh no.
But like I specifically picked the larger size, and when I sort of held it up to my mouth, and I'm like, yeah, this will still work. It's a tiny little hole, but it's
It
fine.
works.
Yeah,
It'll just shut you up more.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's right, Jenna. Yes, mouth taping. So we'll be trying it out, and then after we've tested it out for maybe a week or two or something, we'll get her back in here.
We'll see you in August.
Yeah. So the photo shoot went great. Mm-hmm. We got some really, really good photos, and now you have to.
Good luck to me.
You have to pick.
Actually, yeah, I sent it to Cindy with an S right before we went live, and so now my phone has 7 text messages from her. So
She's gonna help you make your selection.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Or I'll figure it out. Good luck to me.
But yeah, no, they were good. They were good. And yeah, just to put a final bow on the shower curtain thing.
Oh my god.
And so after the shoot, right, I dropped you off at the subway.
Oh yeah.
And as we were driving over to the subway station, we happened to drive by. They were shooting they were filming something outside. You know, I mean, people who don't live in Toronto, they shoot tons of film and television in Toronto, and so it's pretty normal to just drive along and see a film set. And what did they have sitting there on the street was a giant. I mean, it wasn't actually a shower curtain, but it might as well have been. Yeah. It was just a big, giant... I think theirs was probably like 12 feet by 12 feet. It was a big square, but it was basically a big square of this
giant
semi-translucent fabric, and they were shining lights through it.
And all Scott did while he was driving was, look, a shower curtain!
Yep.
This was my attempt to mock you driving.
Yes. Just like, what? Yeah, no, it was... So there you go. If that's all the evidence you need, is like if you basically what you want to have is a big gigantic light source. So and a shower curtain is just big. It just it's 6-7 feet tall by whatever 5-6 feet wide. So that's what you get.
Should we all get Scott shower curtains for his birthday? I think so.
I'll be very happy. I'll be very happy. And then you just got to have a strong enough light to shine through it. Which also, coming to my channel soon, I'm going to be doing a review of because I did order a new light to go behind the shower curtain.
Got it.
Godox SL60, which that shoot was also my first time using that light. So the shower curtain gets all the praise, but I will say obviously the light behind it is part of it as well. But
oh my god, I'm going to be in that vlog.
Yeah, you are. You are.
I jumped in. I wanted to be a part of it too.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to be in it.
Because it just worked out as a first test.
I was a test shot of the shower curtain and the light and all of it.
Yep. Did
you get a new tripod?
Not yet. Although, yeah, that is one thing I realized. As we were shooting, my tripod is broken. Like it's been broken. Actually, I think it was broken when I got it. I found it at Value Village. It was a good quality tripod before it was broken, but one of the legs is literally just broken.
It's broken.
Like it's just sitting in there. Like there's the holder, and then it's just sitting in there. But if you just give it a pull, it just comes right out, which is not very good. But it also meant like, so as I'm standing there with trying to get the shot, like a leg would kick out a little bit, and you know, I mean, it's not very good for trying to get an exact. So I'm gonna get a new tripod soon.
See, I'm just a test shot for everything, guys.
Yeah, but we got some really good pictures. Like you guys eventually, you'll probably post some of them somewhere, right? So you guys will see the beauty of the lights, the camera, the shower curtain. And,
Okay, how many times did you say shower curtain this entire episode? It's probably how many times you said it at the shoot.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put the word shower curtain in the title of this episode. Oh, actually, you know what? I will say this, Regine. Though, shower curtain got all the praise, but to say as the model, like you did a really good job as well.
Thank
Like
you.
what I'll say is like you know how to pose and how to like I've taken photo shoots of other people and like. You made the job easy.
Or was it the shower curtain?
But then again, maybe the shower curtain was giving you just the inspiration you needed.
Maybe. My poses are like, I'm taking a shower. I'm kidding. I'm kidding,
like,
guys. No, I wasn't.
Just singing and,
There you go.
Did we just talk 30 minutes about...
A shower curtain?
Shower curtain?
Yes, we did. So sorry, guys.
You know what, though? It was educational. If you take away nothing from this for any videographers or people who need to be in front of a camera, diffuse your light, you'll look way better, and a shower curtain is a very cheap and effective way to do it. In fact, you know what I should mention with this is because film equipment is really expensive, right? Because it's like a specialized thing, and so companies, anytime that something is made or manufactured specifically for a specific industry, it tends to be expensive, right? But the thing about filmmaking as well, though, is when you actually look at what the gear is doing, short of like specifically the camera, and you need to be able to shoot at like a certain resolution, and you can't really cheap out on a camera or like make your own or something. But everything else kind of around it, in terms of creating lights and creating a nice setting, a lot of that stuff, the industry manufactures like gear designed exactly for it. But a lot of the times they've really just repurposed things that kind of already existed, and then as soon as you slap a label on it and say this is made for film, suddenly you can charge $200 for it.
Yikes.
Or more. What I'm saying, thousands of dollars for it. But in terms of the thing that you're actually buying, it's actually, you don't necessarily need that one.
Does that mean the shower curtain pricing was going to go up because of this interview?
That's right. The shower curtain manufacturers be like, wait a minute, we're sitting on a gold mine.
Exactly.
So, but it's kind of like like same with weddings, how like,
oh my god,
I need to order some flowers. Oh, what's it for? Just
get
just some
together.
flowers, just like As soon as you mention the W word, they're like, oh, okay, here's an extra zero.
I literally did that for the bridal shower. Instead of saying, I'm looking for a venue for a bridal shower or a wedding shower, I'm like, it's just for my birthday. Because it was on my birthday, so I wasn't lying. I just didn't want to pay the extra fee.
Yeah, because they do have like an extra. I mean, I understand because that's the industry, but it's just something to be aware of, right?
And you know what is also expensive? I'm just gonna bring it to your list there. Toys are expensive.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. I was shopping yesterday. My girlfriend and I walked.
I thought you were going to look at camera stuff.
No, we did.
How did you end up at toys?
So, in fact, yeah. Oh, in fact, so we went on a little adventure. So I heard Henry's camera shop, gear shop, is having a closing sale because they're moving locations. But what I found out, they're not only just moving locations, but apparently they closed down 2 locations, and they're consolidating into 1 location in a new place.
Oh.
And because of that, they've got all this extra inventory and stuff that they need to get rid of. And so yeah, all week long they've had this closing sale, and I saw the ad for it, and I was like, I didn't expect it to be. I wasn't even expecting to buy anything. Like I was expecting it to be the kind of thing where like a lot of stores advertise closing or everything. You know what I mean?
Everything must go.
Yeah, and then you walk in and it's like, oh, okay, this thing that's normally $50 is $40 or $45. You know what I mean? So I wasn't. And with camera gear, again, I'm not looking to spend thousands. So like I was expecting to walk into the shop and be like, oh look, this normally $5,000 thing is $4,700. Okay, well I'm not buying it today.
It's $49.99.
Yeah. But when we got there, I walk in, and the first thing you see was everything in these bins, $1.
Oh, you must have been in heaven.
Yeah. And it's funny. Years ago, I went with my girlfriend to this like clothing outlet store. It was like, you know, it's like a pop-up where I remember it was like in the basement of a church once. It was like a big name brand from the US, and you go in and all they have is all these just baskets and baskets and baskets, and like there's all these women like just going through it everywhere. It was that, except exactly reversed. So she was the one like holding stuff and like falling around like looking bored, while I was like, whoa, what's this? Whoa, what is this thing? And I spent like $50 worth of things.
But how much would it have been regularly?
Here's the thing. So they had all the stuff in the dollar bins. Then they had a table that had $10 stuff. Then they had a table that said $25. And then they also had a $5 table. So
are you going to do like a unboxing, unloading
Actually, I probably
type of video?
I probably should have.
I bought at the sale. You should.
But so the coolest thing I got was I found this thing that was like a little lens, right? And it felt heavy, and it was $10. And I was like, what is this? And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, I see. This attaches to a light, and it can actually, I have to buy an adapter for it, but it can actually
put a shower curtain over it.
Yeah, well, no, but it can attach to the light that we used. But it can turn it into like a spotlight, so you can like.
Ooh.
But I looked
That's
it
exactly
up.
what you were looking for on Friday. Remember, you're like, I want to put a light right behind you.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been nice. Yeah, exactly. So $10. It's $182 on Amazon right now. That exact piece of gear. So that was good. And then I also bought another softbox, one of these. They had it for $25. I looked it up and I found it for $150. And on some sites we're selling it for over $200.
Jeez.
And you know what the craziest thing is? I walked into the other side, so they had all the sort of the bargain stuff here, and then the other side of the store they had just sort of the regular camera gear that was a little bit discounted but not much. And I happened to mention to the guy that, oh yeah, I've ordered the camera that I'm ordering and I'm going to start shooting on is called the Sigma FP. It's the smallest cinema camera ever. And the guy goes, Sigma FP? He's like, oh, earlier in the week we had 4 of those over there on the other side selling for $200.
Oh no, and I know how much you spent on that thing.
It's over $2,000 camera. But I guess they had an open box and a returned. There was a couple returned, you know, $200. I was like, oh, don't tell me that. I mean, whatever, it's fine. Like, lucky to those guys who got it. But if I'd seen those, I probably would have bought all of them.
Well, maybe you should have went them earlier.
Yeah. Okay, so the problem is I only found out about the sale in an Instagram ad. Midweek. That's when I saw the ad.
Yeah, but you should have went when you saw it, and then maybe those $200 cameras would have been there.
But again, even that, like, I remember I when I even saw the ad, I was like, that'll be fun to check out. But I wasn't expecting to buy anything.
But wait, if it's 2 locations that are closing, does the other location have it?
It said that the ad that I saw said that the closing sale was only that one location. So it's possible.
But
they
how
just
do you
brought everything
know?
over. Well,
Maybe they just. Because it was a targeted, sponsored ad, right?
That's true.
So maybe because it was closer to you, that's why. But maybe the other location, you should check. Check your phone right now.
Yesterday was the last day.
Oh, that sucks. Never mind.
It's over now. It was this final week.
Game over.
But it's fine. I figure, I mean, if I had to guess, any of the really, really good stuff was gone. Like, so I spent $50. I got a whole bunch of, like, you know what they had? They had a photo backdrop.
Ooh.
Which is basically just like fabric. This was like a kind of a sky blue color, but it's made out of like a wrinkle resistant material.
Oh, those are expensive.
Yeah, well, because that's the thing. So again, photo stuff, like you don't need to, like, in fact, when we did our shoot on Friday, right? One of the things we ended up using was I had a blanket sitting on the couch, but it was kind of brown with like a kind of a, what would you call that texture? It's like kind of shiny.
Felt like a teddy bear.
Yeah, like teddy bearish texture. I was like, let's see what that looked like as a backdrop.
Like faux Sherpa.
Yeah, and the way the light hit it, it looked amazing, right? So you can just use all sorts of things for a backdrop. But if you go to buy an actual thing made for photography, I mean, I didn't look up how much this thing would cost, but it would cost way more than the $5 I paid for it, right? But again, when you buy the thing made for photography, it's wrinkle resistant, so you don't have to worry about steaming it and you know what I mean? But so yeah, I picked up that. Picked up a whole bunch of little things. I found a little battery adapter specifically for the camera I ordered, so I got lucky with that. But anyways, got a lot of
Toys
really
are
great stuff.
expensive,
Oh, yeah,
but
that's
not
right.
his camera toys.
Well, no, just then we went to the Eaton Center because we were downtown and it was near where Henry's is. And I was in EB Games and they had like some Star Wars figures there. And I've been kind of looking for, I wanted to.
Wait, you want to add more behind me?
Exactly. Well, here we have Rose Tico. There she is, right? But like I've been wanting for a while to get an Ahsoka Tano. You don't know who that is, right?
No.
Ahsoka. Well, but she's very popular in the Clone Wars TV show and in Rebels, and now she's getting her own show. She shows up in The Mandalorian season 2 for one episode, and she's gonna have her own show. And so for a while, I'm like, it'd be cool to have an Ahsoka figure. And for the first time ever, I saw one. It was $20. $20 for this little. I think these are like 4 inches or 3.5 inch figures. When I was a kid, you could buy a figure for like $7.
But how long ago were you a kid?
Not that long ago. And then, yeah, okay, fine. They go up to maybe $9.99. You can find them sometimes. But like, who are you selling to at $20?
You.
You're right. No, actually, no. Honestly,
You. They're like, you know what? The people that loved Star Wars as a kid now have money. So we are going to just upcharge everything.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that because then we went to another store, right?
Toys.
No, this wasn't. It was. I'd never been to it before. It's in Eaton Center, but it was like a. What's it called?
It's like an anime store.
Sort of, but it had. You know what it reminded me a lot of? You remember Sunrise Records? Mm-hmm. So Sunrise Records. Back
Was it
in the
Hot
day-
Topic?
No, but it was similar. It was but it wasn't any of those brands. But it was like Eaton Center, and it had like, at the back they actually had CDs and vinyl for sale.
That's cool.
And then throughout the store they had like Funko Pops and like all that kind of stuff, right? But they also had a bunch of like action figures that are made to look like the old school action figures, but they're from things that didn't like. You could buy like a Albert Einstein action figure. You've probably seen those types of things before, like. But they also had some G.I. Joe, Ninja Turtles, Star Wars. All this size, this little 3.5 inch size.
Like this.
$27.99 a figure.
Again, they're selling to you. Your
Silly.
demographic.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Exactly. They're selling it to people who are like, that was cool when I was a kid.
I'm gonna buy it
It'd
now.
be funny to have that, but
also think like Star Wars in itself, for example, is now owned by Disney. Anything Disney is a ridiculous price. If you look at, if you look at Star Wars again in general, if you go to the Lego store, for example, if there's a sale, everything is on sale except for Lego Star Wars Lego.
because it's
Star Wars.
But so that's the thing now is so the market for these things like.
But then guess how? Like, imagine how much that would be worth, though. If you spend $20 on a 3-inch figurine, how much would it be worth
In 20 years or something?
Yeah.
Actually, what's funny? My brother. So I have a bunch of prequel trilogy figures.
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
As in, like, so remember, so there's like right now there's 9 Star Wars movies. 4, 5, and 6 came out first. 1, 2, 3 came out later, and then 7, 8, 9 just came out. 1, 2, 3 are the prequels.
Okay.
So when the prequels came out in like the early 2000s, they came out with a bunch of Star Wars figures for that time. I think my brother recently, he messaged me the other day being like, oh, I just checked what some of our figures are worth. He's like, what? He's like, pretty much nothing.
Sucks.
So not everything appreciates in value. It depends. It really depends on how the popularity of it grows.
True. Yeah.
So I think especially now, I've got to think, because I don't know, Star Wars is not the brand that it used to be, and I've got to think toys that are coming out now.
I think the toys that are coming out now are meant to be toys.
Like to be played with, you mean?
Yeah.
Let's say, I don't know, like, so some of these figures, I do feel like they are aimed more, like you said, because of the price. They're aimed at the collectors. They're aimed at the people who have money, who want to buy it. Like, are parents going to be like, yeah, I'll buy this little figure for $20 for my kid? Like,
Okay, if you had a kid, would you? Would you spend $20 on a little toy if you had a kid, for your kid, or would you spend it on yourself?
And like it was the kid's favorite thing, you mean? Like it was the kid's favorite
but then it was like,
toy?
let's say it was like a little baby Yoda. And it was like, do I give this to my child or do I keep it? Speaking.
I mean, I guess I would buy. Well, I would.
You'd buy two?
Maybe I'd buy two.
See, you are the demographic.
But,
if I saw a $20 Baby Yoda thing, I'd be like, Although I do have that giant plushie at home, which was $20.
But I guess the issue I had with it was just that figure is so small. To spend $20 per figure, like again, like let's say you're planning to play with it, you can't just play with one figure. You got to have your good guys, you got to have your bad guys, and you're gonna be doing the playing, right? You can't just like the $20 price is again maybe. I guess I could have bought it because I don't play with toys the way I used to play with toys.
But keep in mind, you just said in the beginning of this is you've been looking for that specific character for a long time and you couldn't find it and you found it. Maybe that's why it's $20, because you can't find it everywhere.
Well, I was too outraged by the price, so I didn't buy it. $20 is too much to pay for a figure.
How much was that?
Actually, this one was at the dollar store.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Because unfortunately for Star Wars, toys didn't sell. And so I was so shocked.
So then go to the dollar store and wait and find it when it's
maybe
$4.
No, even now I don't see them anymore. Maybe there'll be another batch. But yeah, these are all like that. Rose Tico appears in The Last Jedi. She was very, I don't know, controversial and unpopular character.
And that is why she was only $1.
Yeah. But there were a few others. Like some of the other characters were there too. But again, after that movie came out, the popularity took a dive, and I think toy stores were just left with all of this unsellable inventory. And I was almost a little bit sad to be in Dollarama
to see it there,
seeing toys that as a kid I was like, these are the toys.
Or maybe you are the demographic for the one at Dollarama, and they're like, you got the guy that will spend $20 and then the cheap guy that will spend $4.
I guess. Well, isn't that so sad though? Because like Dollarama used to be like you'll get
$1.
But you'll get like the knockoff toys there. Be like, oh, it's like kind of looks like Iron Man, but it's clearly not. It's like Iron Metal guy. You know what I mean? You got an official, actual Hasbro Star Wars figure at Dollarama. Shows. But anyways, $20 is too much for an action figure. You know what? I would have almost felt better buying that if like, yeah, it's nowhere to be found. Oh, but I found a collector who's reselling it. You know what I mean? Then you expect to pay 20, 50. Like, if I was like that kind of collector, which I'm not, but if I was, okay,
You're
fine.
not?
Not, but I like to collect, but not at
I'm like, hang on. But, you guys don't see the whole studio.
But I prefer to be the collector who buys the things at the store when they come out. You know what I mean?
In fact, at the dollar store.
In fact, I even remember, like, again, I have quite a few Star Wars figures from when I was a kid, in package, a lot of them. And I remember there was a store. This was years ago still, but I was at one shop that was selling collector's toys, and there were some that I had in package, and they were selling for $35, $45, $20, and I was like, cool. So they have gone up a little bit. That's neat. But now it's like you're paying that price just new for it off the shelf. Something wrong there. And I don't know. Again, I think it just shows I think you're right that the market is not the kids. It's for the adult.
It's you.
The adult kids.
It's you. It's your brother. It's everyone that grew up watching Star Wars.
But I don't like $20 for. Anyways, I'm not even sure what's
Says a guy who will buy $4 shower curtain and then keep it after it's been used.
Well, because it's an added bonus. You get a nice smell too.
Ew.
If it smelled bad, I think I would have taken it back. But the problem is when I opened it, I was like, oh.
It smells like shampoo is all nice. I heard. And I'm like, what is happening?
Oh, that smells nice.
And then I heard your girlfriend. I'm like, it was Scott.
Well, you know what? I think it's a bonus. All right.
You know what is a bonus? Having advertisers.
We should. We've been. This has been a pretty. Wow, we talked for 48 minutes.
You've been speaking for 48.
Well, we had a lot to talk about, Regine. Shower curtains. I don't even know what the point of my. I guess the moral of the story is that toys are expensive now, but I don't know how to put a bow on it.
Okay, fine. For our viewers in our chats, please let us know. If you, let's say, grew up with Star Wars, Power Rangers, whatever, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, might I add. If you saw it at the store for $20, would you buy it for yourself? Yay or nay? Or would you go to the dollar store and pick up an action figure for $4?
I mean, yeah, that's the better one.
But you said she wasn't liked. Then why is she here?
I mean, because honestly,
Why?
it's semi-ironic, but also, I mean, I didn't really like the character of Rose Tico, but
So then why is she part of this sit-down?
because you know what?
I should
Because
just block
because
it.
the actress that played her, Kelly Marie Tran, she got treated really unfairly by a lot of fans, and I have respect for her,
Okay, there you go.
and that's why her figure is there. Even if I wasn't a huge fan of the character they wrote for her.
He's a fan of the artist or the actress. Actress?
Actress, depends which other person prefers.
The acting person.
The performer, exactly. Anyways, let's do some ads, Regine. Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode of The Sit Down, all right, was brought to you by some very important people. They make the show possible, and we're very grateful to them. They are, of course, our advertisers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Toronto real estate market is growing and changing every day. In these challenging times, you need someone in your corner. Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, is committed to looking out for you. She'll go the extra mile to ensure you have all the information you need to make a decision you can feel confident about. Purchasing a home is one of the biggest financial investments you'll make in life. Don't leave it to chance. Call Jeanette McKenzie at Forest Hill Signature. She's my realtor, and she could be yours. Call today at 416-523-0408 or email at JMckenziehomes@gmail.com. Beautified by Romina.
Internationally trained hair and makeup artist. She has been doing my makeup since forever, and you too, Scott.
She
right?
has also done my makeup on several occasions. She's the official makeup artist of the show.
Yes, she is. That is true.
She also rescued my face. Remember, we were doing a live event, and I had just come back from a vacation in a hot place the day before.
And I told you, wear sunscreen.
And I did, but it washed off my nose. And so I came into this place, about to go on stage, and only my nose was bright red. And I was like, I don't need that. But I did.
You did, and we all needed her. So if you need her, you can reach out to her on Facebook or Instagram at Beautified by Romina. Check her out. She is amazing. She does pageants. She does headshots, professional headshots, beauty shots, weddings. She's huge in the wedding season right now. Date night. If you just want to feel good about yourself, reach out to her. Beautified by Romina.
And then she does men and women.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There you go. Beautified by Romina. And if you would like to advertise on the show, it's very easy, right, Regine?
It's simple. All you guys have to do is email us at radioshowad, that's radioshowad@gmail.com.
That's right. We do the show live every week, people. And we also do the ads live every week. What does that mean? Well, it means that you can personalize the ads week to week. Do you have an event? Do you have a sale? Something happening at a particular time in a particular place? You let us know. We let your potential client base know in real time. It's a great way to build a brand new relationship with a brand new audience. Get in touch. Radio Show Ad, Radio Show AD at gmail.com. And we're back. Welcome, everybody. If you're just tuning in, we've been catching up, talking about photo shoots, shampoo, shower curtains,
And toys.
And did you hear that Facebook is changing their layout?
No.
So I don't really use Facebook very much anymore. Are you on Facebook very much?
I am.
Oh, okay. Well, Facebook, I think I saw an article for the first time, I think it was either this year or last year. Mm-hmm. They've lost users.
Oh.
Their popularity is dropping. I mean, I know like on the online world, Facebook is kind of the old people's social media network.
Which is actually, it's interesting and it's not. Let's talk about that real quick. So
Okay.
Facebook was actually meant for, let's say, like college, university.
That's where it started.
Yeah, right? And so if you think about it, when it started, I was in high school. So that was a long time ago. And now these people are the older people.
Yeah, but also what's happened with Facebook though, even since then, is like the people who started it, like their parents got onto it, right? Like Facebook is now like your grandparents might have a Facebook page.
Which they do.
Yeah, so there you go. And so Facebook has dropped off in terms of like what the young people are using, and it's for the first time ever. Yeah, it's losing popularity. Twitter was the thing for a while, and then Instagram was the thing, and still is, but now the big thing is TikTok, right? And what's happening, and what seems to have happened with all of them, is that everybody wants to copy the most popular thing, right? So right now that's TikTok, and so that's why you got YouTube Shorts. And apparently YouTube Shorts is growing in popularity quite a bit, actually. But you got YouTube Shorts, which is, again, short content. You swipe up and you get new stuff all the time. Facebook is planning to do a makeover on their site where when you log into Facebook, it's going to look a lot more like TikTok.
Did Facebook buy out TikTok?
No. Oh, no.
I know Facebook and Instagram are the same.
Yeah, Meta owns... Well, Facebook changed their name to Meta, and now Meta owns Facebook and Meta owns Instagram. But yeah, so what's going to happen now? So if you're used to going to Facebook and seeing posts from your friends and family, you're now, when you log into Facebook, you're going to have to, the homepage is going to show you largely things posted by other content creators, the way TikTok is, right? Because TikTok, they're just showing you stuff whether you're following people or not. And if you want to see what how old Facebook was, there's another tab you're going to have to click on. So for everybody whose grandparents and older parents are on Facebook, get ready to get some calls from them.
How do you do this?
Why can't I find the thing you... Anyways, get ready. I think... What do you think of this change?
I think it's weird. I think keep Facebook as Facebook, TikTok as TikTok, Instagram as Instagram, Twitter as Twitter. Just saying.
Well, I mean, again, their strategy...
I get that.
They're trying to get the young people to come back.
I get that, but do young people... Besides me, obviously, because I use Facebook. Besides me, you don't use Facebook as much. I feel like you only use it for Messenger.
Yeah. In fact, I don't even have... so my phone broke, and I'm using like a kind of a backup phone for now, and I don't even have Facebook logged in on this phone. It's just the Messenger.
I realize I message you on Messenger, but I could just text you, and I don't.
Yeah, but that's
I just
normal.
took that in. I'm like, hang on. This entire time, 188 episodes, I've only ever messaged you on Messenger.
But it's kind of weird in that. Don't you find though? Like I have several messaging apps on my phone. I got WhatsApp, Messenger. There's text. I guess that's all.
What do I have?
I used to have BBM, but that's not around anymore.
I used to have Viber.
Yeah. Oh, I guess there's also Instagram messaging. Right. But so what's weird is like, do you find you have people that you
and
just...
Teams for work, sorry.
Oh, okay, there you go. But don't you find that there are people that I only talk to on WhatsApp. There are people that I only talk to on Facebook Messenger. There are people that I only talk to on Instagram Messenger. And there are people that I text. And I could easily use any one of these 4 ways to reach all of these people. But for some reason, like, yeah, you and I are Facebook Messenger people. But like, my brother, I talk to him on WhatsApp largely. Siggy and all those guys are Facebook Messenger. Then there are some people, like some of my friends, we text each other. I don't know why that is. I don't know how it came. That's true. Like, but why does that happen?
I don't know. You and I messaged through Messenger because that's where I started messaging you before I got your number. So that it just stuck. It just stuck. But I like to keep... So I'm, to all those who I text, you included, I like to keep receipts. So if someone pisses me off, I'll be like, well, remember back in the day when you said this?
Oh, really? I never said that. Oh, really?
So for me, it's like I like knowing where I speak to people. But it's true, like my family, we only speak through, depending on which side of the family, only on WhatsApp. If it's our bridal party, it was all WhatsApp. And then people are like, I don't have WhatsApp. I'm like, well, then get it. I could easily just texted everyone, but I'm like, no, get it.
Well, especially because texting, has it changed?
Texting is harder because...
You can't make groups in texting, can you?
You can if it's like iMessenger.
Okay.
But you're not on an iPhone, right?
Yeah,
so that's why most people are on WhatsApp if they're like, say, Samsung versus BlackBerry versus iPhone. Yeah.
Actually, my BlackBerry broke.
What is this?
It's a Samsung S8.
What is this?
Samsung Galaxy S8.
I don't even know how this works. You have to work out today
I
at
have to work
12
out
o'clock.
today. Yeah. But yeah. Did I tell you how my BlackBerry broke in that I had to? So it kept turning off and it would flash red green, and I like Googled like, oh, on Android, what does that mean? Like the light, like the little the LED light, and what that means is the temperature like gets
like
hot.
this light that's just flashing.
Yeah, but it flashed like specifically red and then green really fast, and it would turn off. And what that is like when the phone gets hot, to preserve it, it automatically shuts off. So my phone, for some reason, was either thinking it was really hot or something inside was heating. So for like a few weeks, I was using my phone by putting it in the freezer for like 10-15 minutes, and then after it like cooled, I would take it out and like wipe off the
frost
condensation,
yeah,
frost, and then I could use the phone for like about an hour, and then I'd have to refrigerate it again. That's what I was doing on my phone for a while.
So that's why you wouldn't respond for like long periods of time, because your phone was just chilling.
My phone was
literally
chilling. Yeah. And then also what happened before that is like, again, it was I loved that phone. I'm so sad it broke. But the physical keyboard broke before that. So that was the first thing to go. So there must have been something breaking down in the components. Also, like, my girlfriend has the same phone and it's still trucking along perfectly.
How many times have you dropped your phone?
Like an uncountable number.
How many times has she dropped her phone?
Probably zero.
There you
close
go.
to it.
There you go.
I'm rough with my things. I know.
You need like one of those like otter cases or like
know.
protecting whatever.
And so yeah, so basically the BlackBerry like that I loved. First, the thing that made me want a BlackBerry stopped working. So I was using like, basically I had this tiny touch screen, which is smaller than everybody else's touch screen, and this random keyboard that does not work. So I'm typing on a touch screen keyboard on this tiny thing, and then I had to go put it in the fridge every 45 minutes so that it could work. And then eventually even the fridge just stopped working.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like...
No. So the fridge worked, but the effect of the cold on the phone...
Like, how many times did you drop your fridge?
Yeah. I'm very rough with the fridge. Just,
my gosh. So, okay, are you changing... I guess you're with Samsung right now.
Right now I'm with Samsung. And then actually what we found was... Because, again, my girlfriend and I want to stay with keyboard phones. We actually found a phone online made by a company called Unihertz, which is like a small independent manufacturer or something. And they're making a phone that looks almost exactly like the BlackBerry Key 2, but it has updated specs, keyboard. And so it was literally on Kickstarter. So we basically bought a Kickstarter phone, and they're going to ship it to us. And that's going to be my phone whenever it arrives.
Whenever it's ready.
I'll do an unboxing video for it so you guys can see it. Because I'm very curious myself, like how... Because, I mean, it's not a BlackBerry. It looks like it, and I imagine it'll work like it on Android. Because, I mean, even my BlackBerry was on Android. Like, they shipped it. So how will it be? I don't know. We'll
find out whenever it gets here.
Yep.
Do you just not like Apple or Samsung? You like
to
be different?
I'm not a huge fan of Apple. Never really was.
What's wrong with Apple?
I mean, I think the thing that bothered me with Apple, it's not even necessarily what they do now, but it was just... So Apple stuff is very much...
Should I be offended?
I mean, if you want.
No.
But Apple stuff tends to be... I assume they are still like this, whereas Apple stuff tends to work best with Apple stuff, right? So like, if you want... I don't know. It's better if you have an iPhone, if you also have a Mac, if you also have an iPad, if you also have Apple stuff. Whereas I've always been on the PC side of things, and PC in general, because of the way PC functions, it's like there's no one company that makes PC. So like you'll buy this component made by this company, and Android is similar as well. Like Samsung is one of the more competitive manufacturers of Android phones.
Get a Google phone.
You're saying, but I could,
but
right?
it has to just be all Google. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, even that. But even that, it tends to work. It just seems to work better. And I guess it would be hard for me. In fact, it's not even that I dislike Apple, even though there's a part of me that kind of does because of
There's nothing wrong with Apple.
Yeah, but I think it's just more. At the time that I probably could have switched to Apple, I realized how annoying it was to make it work with non-Apple things. And I think I even remember, it's hard for me to remember now, but I seem to recall at the time, looking back, like I had an iPod, right? Back when they were more popular, just the iPods. And even that was like, it was a pain syncing up iTunes with it on a PC. And it also used to annoy me that like, why can't I just drag and drop this song and put it here? Like I can't, why can't I just click it here and like but it was always this extra line of stuff I had to do.
But how long ago was that?
At this point, probably like 10 years or something.
I was going to say, I'm like, iPod. The Nano. Did you have the Nano?
No, I had the iPod Classic, and it was either the 64 gig or the 128 gig.
You fancy.
And it was just full of songs. Because remember, at that time, they hadn't. Actually, no, I think you could put videos on it, but they hadn't switched everybody over to like, we want you to pay monthly to stream music.
So were you downloading on like LimeWire?
Yeah, well, actually, you know what? Most of the stuff that was on my iPod was just
illegal.
No, it wasn't. It was my CDs that I had burned on there, right? And so that's why then they suddenly like, I don't even think you can buy like a 64 gig thing anymore, because now they don't want you to have a lot of storage space. They want you to just pay for iCloud or which was another thing. In fact, that's probably another thing that pushed me away from Apple at the time. I was like, I don't want to stream everything. I want to just have the music. I want to buy the song, have it on my thing, and now I have it. And now everything is streaming.
We're streaming right now.
We're streaming right now.
Oh my God, remember burning CDs?
Yes.
That was a long time ago.
my laptop doesn't even have a CD burner. Although, you know what I do have? I do have an external CD drive if I ever need to burn a CD from time to time. But yeah, no. It's a bit inconvenient.
But like even USBs, people aren't really using USBs anymore.
Less and less.
They're just using WeTransfer like you do, or you just share it in the cloud or SharePoint.
In fact, you know what I found now is the only people who ask me for USB stick now tend to be older. Like if I have clients who, like say I shoot a video for them, and they'll be like I'll show them the video. Like what'll happen is, what's funny is I will send them the video over WeTransfer, and so they have it on their computer. And they're like, "Oh, thank you. Can I get this on a USB stick?" And I'm like,
"There's no USB stick big enough for this file."
Well, no, but even like it can be.
Okay.
But I'd be like, "You have the file though." Like in their mind, it's like they need it on a stick, because I know what they want to do with it, because the stick allows them like to show it to their friends if they're But I'm like, but you have you could get your own USB stick, pop it in your computer, and just it's there. But I think, again, it comes from the idea of like, no, if they used to have to buy music or buy a movie, it's not real until it's on the disc, know, and now it's become the USB stick. And so, and like some of the clients, I'm able to explain it to them, but there are others who don't know, like they really are, no, I need it on a stick. And it's like, I'm trying to explain it, but they don't fully, they need the stick. They want the physical stick.
You know who you are, people.
Yeah. Like everybody, the USB stick is it's just the box. You can put anything in it. And the video file, I mean, yeah, I can give it to you on a USB stick, but you don't need the stick. Anyways.
Tell us how you really feel. Facebook.
Yeah, to put a button on the Facebook thing. Do you think it'll help? Do you think Facebook will?
No, I think there are too many people already on other platforms, and like if they were going to be on Facebook already, they would have been on it.
Yeah.
Like, would you go back onto Facebook?
No, but again, the problem for me with Facebook is that it's
like, do you even post on Facebook?
No, the only thing I post on Facebook is I have my Scott Dion Brown Facebook page, which if I upload a new video to YouTube, I'll usually post a link to that.
It's literally just things you've been tagged in.
Yeah. And so I don't.
Like, when was the last time you changed your profile? August 4th, 2017 was the last time you updated your profile picture.
There you go. So it's just not up. But you know, the other problem is, I don't know, Facebook has kind of been filed under that, similar to Twitter. It's like the social. I don't think it's good anymore. Like, I don't think it's doing any good for anybody.
I mean, I don't mind Facebook. I do find that Facebook, based on my security settings, I get less creepy messages on Facebook. Or maybe I get a lot of creepy messages, I just don't pay attention to them because they're very filtered.
Well, you remember Facebook. In fact, one thing I found out about it, I didn't even know for the longest time, Facebook Messenger actually has like a secondary inbox for people that you aren't friends with. I didn't know it existed.
Let's see how many creepy people messaged me on that.
Yeah, you were showing me, like, right before the show, Regine, like, showed me a message that she had just gotten on her Instagram.
I get the best messages on Instagram.
I was like, wow, your messaging is different from mine. Like, I'll get some random creepy things, but not hardly ever. And most of them are like, oh, join this, or, you know, because I'm a musician, they'll be like, it's all like that kind of business related type stuff, spam.
Yeah. Do you want to get promoted?
Yeah, but yours are like, there's an extra level of like,
hi, nice to meet you. I have never met this man in my life. This is my favorite. This is what I showed you today. It takes thousands of drinks to get you drunk, but I get drunk as soon as I see your smile. It's not even a picture of me smiling. It's not even my picture. Let's see what this person looks like. He's private. Or the best ones are like, are you looking for a sugar daddy? I'm like, sir. Or ma'am. There are some women out there like, are you looking for a sugar mama? I'm like,
guess so.
Maybe. No, I'm not.
It's different to be a...
You don't get sugar mama requests?
I haven't.
Check.
Because I am looking, so...
But check go on Instagram.
No, you'll see my DMs are not...
Let's see.
First of all, there's like none. The only ones are going to be...
Go to requests. Hidden.
Oh, okay, there are. So look, they're all interested in growing your channel. Something about a film festival. Want to be a promoter. You know, so there's nothing like, hey, you want to... Hidden request.
Oh,
hi, I'm a brand manager. That's what I mean. There's nothing here that's like...
Go spam him, guys.
But
I'm just kidding, Joe.
But I think it's just different for women
so
and girls.
Rude.
It's just there's an extra level of thing that's there that's just not there for guys. I guess I got a little bit of that, you know, sometimes, but it's not. It's like when you read that message, I was like,
yep,
because it was just so new.
Oh my god, there's 5 hidden ones. Oh yeah, I've already seen these. Hi, you're so pretty. How long have you been modeling?
Okay.
Bro.
I mean, it's fine. It's just
it's like when you're out on the street and you get catcalled, but this is on the internet from anyone randomly.
Yeah.
Do you get catcalled? Or do you catcall? Meow.
Yeah, no. I've never catcalled, and no, I don't think I've ever been catcalled. One time I was walking home past a patio. It was like 2:00 in the morning, and there was like a drunk woman there.
Oh.
And she was like, hey, you're really good looking. You want to have a drink? And I was like, nah, I got to go home.
You're like, I already had enough. Bye.
It's like, have a good night. So I guess that's kind of, you know. But she wasn't like, shake it, baby, huh? But I don't know if that counts.
Kinda.
Have you been catcalled?
Yeah.
Often?
It got to a point where, like, so where my parents used to live, it's always construction workers. Don't be that construction worker. Like, it got to a point where I just did not like walking in that certain area. And so I stopped walking in that area. I would walk the long way around. And then where I live now, because there's so much construction with all these condos being built, same thing. And I'm like, I'm just going to walk all the way around instead of shortcutting it.
So what kind of, like, do they yell gross things, or is it like whistling?
They'll say things and you hear it, but I just pretend like I don't hear it. Or they'll literally stare at you to just make you feel really uncomfortable, and you know they're looking at you. And half the time, like there's a lot of construction. So there's like a specific house in the corner where I think a lot of the construction workers are currently living. And so when they're not working, they're sitting outside drinking. And then that's when you're like, no. Like I've literally gone to a point where I've seen them and I turned around and walked all the way around.
Wait, they're living there?
Yeah, like some construction workers actually live in like these temporary rental homes, which are covered by the construction company.
I see. I didn't know that.
Yeah, or when you're walking, I don't drive, guys, so I walk everywhere, I commute everywhere. When you're walking and you get honked by someone, that is uncomfortable. Or like they slow down and honk, I'm like, I'm gonna die today. Like, no.
Yeah, that's got to be an extra level of scary as well for when you have a car that's kind of, because there's that extra level of danger, like you don't know.
Am I gonna die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what the other problem with it is? Like even the people who are yelling things and saying things to somebody in public, like if they don't have any ill intent or they think it's just funny or something, I think a lot of guys don't realize the level of danger that a woman has to be aware of that guys don't.
And pepper spray is illegal, so it's not like you can walk around with pepper spray.
Well, because it's like if I was walking around on the street and just a random guy, yelled something at me, I'm aware of myself that, I'm pretty tall, I'm pretty fast, and so what I know is, like, unless even if a guy does try something, I can just run and I'm pretty sure I can get away, and I've got a pretty good chance, 50-50 that I can, fight somebody off, unless the guy's big, or knows martial arts or something. But like
half the time they don't.
Yeah. But like the majority of guys could overpower the majority of women.
Or it could be women chasing after women.
That can happen, but that's much more rare for catcalling, right? In most cases, it's usually a guy, catcalling a girl. But the point I was making is that, like, the reason why, like, if you're somebody who feels like you should try to approach somebody on the street, approach a woman who's, say, by herself on the street or something, the reason you're going to get, like, a very cold shoulder, not wanting to talk to you response is because she has to be aware that if you decided to try something, there's really not much she could do about it. And that's just the reality. So even if you're like, what do you mean I'm not gonna do? You know what I mean? The problem is every woman has to kind of deal with the fact that if a guy wants to do something, he can. And that's a reality that, like, the only time I have any feeling like that is if it's like really late and I see maybe 3 or 4 guys walking ahead of me, and I don't know, are these? It's all shadowy. I don't know. Might they try to rob me? And even then, like, I know, again, I can cross the other side of the street, and if they start to make a move towards me, I can bolt and, like, I can probably get away. It's not the same if you're a girl. Like,
going clubbing, I would never go clubbing just all girls. I am that person that will go with a bunch of guys. I'm like, no, I'm going to go with a bunch of guys. We're going to go clubbing. I'll meet my friends there. Or when I am in an Uber, I literally share my status with people. I think I shared it with you once. I'm like, I'm in an Uber now, bye.
Yeah, it makes sense. And as a guy, I've never felt the need to
share.
Do that.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever actually done that is I remember I was in like another city one time, and I like got into a shuttle bus. And I think at the time, like, it didn't really look like I wasn't sure. I can't remember all the circumstances, but it was just, like, where I'm literally
it's a shitty shuttle bus.
Yeah, it's like, just so you know, if I disappear and, this is the last place I was, But day-to-day stuff in Toronto, it would never occur to me to need to update people,
I do it all the time. I'm like, okay, I'm here now.
Yeah. But again, it's just an extra level. And I think a lot of guys, they must kind of underestimate that dynamic because it's not something they have to deal with. So again, I mean, I would almost say, well, one, I don't think catcalling is a good idea at all. I don't really understand what you're doing when you do it. I think you're having fun or something, but I've never understood why you should just yell at random people on the street
or honk them, or
it's
just weird. Or like, I remember like during the pandemic when everything was locked down, and then it started to open up again. I remember meeting a friend at Yorkville. And a lot of things happened that day. I went to Yorkville, and I knew it was going to be a weird day when the security guy at the subway station was hitting on me. And I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, it's just...
I'm like, the person that's supposed to make you feel safe is the person hitting on you. No, thank you.
It's tough. Yeah,
and it's not hitting on you. It's like, hey. And I'm like, ew. Walk away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
Don't be creepy. Online or in person or in your car. Don't be creepy.
Yeah, I think in general, it's not a good idea to just approach people on the street. I just don't think it's the right place to do it. Like, I understand, even if you're just a guy who's trying to, like, you know, meet women or whatever.
Mm-hmm. There's a place and a time and place for that.
Yeah, I don't know, like bars,
bar.
that sort of thing, or even like maybe a public, like, I don't know, a restaurant, maybe coffee shop, like that where a person is kind of.
Isn't that where you met your girlfriend? A coffee shop?
Yeah, although we were both working there, but yes,
Fair.
it was a coffee shop, but on the street, I think is particularly tough, particularly if there's nobody else around, and even if there is, if it's a busy street, it's still not, because then you have to rely on hoping that somebody else will step in and help, right?
And there's so many bystanders.
Yeah.
Don't be a bystander, please.
In fact,
Please. I hate that.
Yeah. In fact, I remember my girlfriend and I were walking. This was only a month ago or something. We were walking, and like we walk up to we see three people in front of us, and there was a guy and a girl specifically there, and they looked like they were having an argument. And then the guy kind of started walking towards the girl and like made his hand stiff like this as he was walking towards her, like he was about to slap her. And so we kind of walked up a little bit closer, and I kind of could hear, and then I thought maybe they knew each other and they were arguing, and then I realized, wait a minute, no, they don't know each other. Like, this guy is just a guy on the street who
About to slap this girl.
Yeah, and so we kind of walked up, and then the guy kind of stormed off, and like, so my girlfriend and I, we were like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "Oh, I don't know. I was just standing next to the guy at the street corner, and he turned around and went, 'What did you say to me?' And I said, 'I didn't say anything.' And he got all angry, and he was and she was like terrified, and so I think it was good that my girlfriend was there as well, because you know,
because if you did it, it would have been a whole.
Well, that's the thing, because then I'm another guy, you know.
Yeah.
But then, so we like walked with her to where she was going, like down the street. But again, I mean, you don't know. So I guess the point is, unfortunately, that people like that exist. And so every time any type of person decides that they want to, you know, interact with a woman, that woman immediately has to have in the back of her mind whether that interaction is going to turn into like the one that we just witnessed. You know what I mean? Because you don't know. Like, it's a random person on the street. And maybe people don't necessarily, they're not aware of how they look to, or how a situation looks. Like, they're just looking at how, oh, I'm just a friendly person, and I'm a nice guy, and this seems like a nice girl,
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to her. Unfortunately, you know.
I like those who are not bystanders. Like, there have been multiple times on the TTC for me where one I actually got the cops involved, but the other time, most recently, I was on a streetcar. I don't even know where I was going, but some random guy jumps on the streetcar, sits in front of me, because you know how now they're like, you can sit in front of each other, like the new ones?
Yep.
So he sits in front of me and starts talking to me. And
Like across from you.
Yeah, and
So,
I
yeah,
clearly don't want to have this conversation with this guy. The girl next to me pretends like she knows me. And she's like, oh my God, Sarah, it's nice to see you. And I'm like, oh, thank God. I love those type of people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I don't know, it's tough.
It's hard living in the city and being on the internet.
You just don't know.
No.
You just don't know. So yeah, people. So I don't know if there's anything. I don't know how you even got into this conversation. It suddenly took a fairly. But I will just say, oh yeah, that's right. That's what we got from the DMs and everything.
Yeah.
So basically, I would almost say, like, if you're gonna, if in general, just don't approach people on the street. I almost say it's like a 100% just don't do it. You know what I mean? And if you really feel like you need to meet somebody in public, like you need to be really, really cautious, and also you have to have a strong amount of social awareness, because you just sort of be aware of how it can look.
Or feel for the other person.
Yeah, in fact, that's what it is. Yeah. So.
But you know what I noticed while we were talking? This is really random. You have really long eyelashes.
I've been told that. I do. I know. I've had girls say to me, "Oh my gosh, I wish I had eyelashes."
You have long lashes. You guys can't see it up close, but I mean, because you're not up close, is what I meant.
They're beautiful.
I didn't say that. I said you have long lashes.
I'm saying it. Yeah, I don't really know what that. I mean, they're
Do they ever get in the way?
I don't think I've never noticed them to get in the way.
Just curious.
Like I'm walking through a door and like it's like, oh, I can't fit, my eyelashes are in the way. No, it's never happened.
Have you ever put mascara on?
I feel like I've been in circumstances where like I've had somebody put mascara on me.
I want to put mascara on you just to see how long they actually are.
I think I've had it done, but I can't remember like it might have literally been the sort of circumstance where like
they're like 2 centimeters long, or maybe a centimeter.
Yeah, they're not short. They're not short. I agree.
Sorry, sidetracked.
I'm trying to transition. Speaking of.
So what is this, Scott?
Okay, good transition. So, I want to bring back. We've been wanting to bring back ever since one of the things I like the most about being in studio was our weekly challenge, the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship. Mm-hmm. And obviously we couldn't do it over distance. We used to, for people who don't know, this here is the classic game, Barrel of Monkeys.
Look, guys.
And we used to have our guests come on every episode. Every week they would have 1 minute to pick up as many monkeys as they can and get their name into the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship, I don't know, Hall of Fame or whatever.
And we were in the lead.
We were right at the top.
Yeah.
And I decided, though, we're just going to start again because like, I feel like so much time has gone by.
We were already at the top. Why would you make us...
Well, we have another chance, Regine. And what's good is, I guess, like, let's say we do really bad right now. We could always, like, try it again later. But so we started it again with Garson. Mm-hmm. And then we couldn't do it the following week because we were back in...
We were off that week.
And then COVID. And then, yeah. So I figured because we have no guests today, this is the perfect time for you and I... for you and me to do it.
Okay.
Because I think it's me, not I.
You and I. That we can try to beat our last score. Garson had 5.
So Garson got 5 monkeys. Okay. So that's all. That's where we have to beat it. So again, so let's get the...
Where were we at last time? Yeah,
I think we were higher.
Start the championship.
Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, let us begin the... Barrel of Monkeys World Championship.
Oh my gosh.
Great intro. Great intro. Okay, so, Regine, the rules are, to refresh your memory. Mm-hmm. I'm going to bring a timer up on my phone.
Can you go first so I know how many to beat?
Fine. 1 minute on the clock.
I'm too, what's the word called? Competitive for this.
Okay, so the rules are.
Let me start the clock.
Yeah. So the barrel will sit here. Mm-hmm. I guess we'll do it here so the audience can see.
Oh no, it's 1 minute and a second.
There you go.
There you go.
So, let's put this here. Okay, so.
It blends with the monkeys.
The rules are, the timer starts, the barrel is sitting here on the table. Mm-hmm. As soon as the timer starts, I pick up the barrel, pour out the monkeys, and then I have to get as many monkeys on the chain as I can. And then after a minute, that's how many monkeys are on I get. And also the monkey in your hand doesn't count. We don't count the monkey in your hand.
Okay,
now,
ready?
I have not practiced or anything, so this is my first time doing this probably since our last World Championship.
Liar. He probably practiced yesterday.
I practice.
You totally practiced yesterday.
All day, all I did. That's all I did.
Yep.
All right, ready? So start the timer.
Oh, my stomach just grumbled. Okay, ready?
We're almost done, and then we can eat.
3, 2, 1, go.
Wait, start it again. Start it again. We're gonna restart the music.
Empty.
I almost look. See how I drop things? Okay.
Move the cup. Okay. Sorry, guys. Bloopers. You
okay.
good? Okay.
I think we're
3,
ready.
2, 1, go. Got 2. Got 3, 4. Oh no! Oh.
Stay focused.
5. 6.
Oh.
Don't drop them. 7.
I can use this.
7. Oh wait, why is it going by? Did you do an hour?
Oh. Do we have to do it again?
Yeah, we do.
But this was so good.
You set it to an hour. What a cheater. Scott, what are you doing?
Okay, we're gonna do it again. It's not fair. It's
not fair.
That was so good. I was
like, how much time has gone by?
I was making a world record. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. It's fine.
That was his warm up. That was good.
At least it kind of was a practice run.
That was good though.
Now I'm gonna get like 3 monkeys.
Shake it. Okay.
Okay. All right. Hang on. Okay.
Now
it's a minute.
Actually a minute, guys.
Okay.
I was like, what's taking so long?
Okay. Tell me when.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Take 2. Oh, don't shake them. You might lose them.
No, but I think
you lost it.
I think having multiple
One.
only counts as 1 or something.
Yeah, but 2.
Don't panic.
It's panicking. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Oh, 6. I guess it doesn't help that I'm counting. 7.
Don't panic.
8. You have 15 seconds left. 9. What the hell?
Oh.
Don't lose them. Don't lose it.
I don't want to. Oh. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 monkeys.
I should have gone first.
Take that, Garson.
You almost doubled his score. Oh wait. Cancel.
I'm a legend. Okay, let me write mine down.
That is not fair. Why am I going second?
9 monkeys. That is a respectable score.
That is.
That is a respectable score, people.
Oh no, I have to go second. Maybe I should have gone first. Now I'm mad at myself.
Think you can handle it, Regine? Can you handle it?
Shut up, you had practice.
Let's try it. Okay, no, you don't get a practice run. Sorry. Unfortunately, no.
So rude.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah. Let's move this because I get really loud.
Okay.
Oh shoot, just kidding.
Can I go that way? Yeah.
Ah! Okay.
All right, are you ready?
Mhm.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, for 1.
All right, pretty good start. Pretty good 4.
Guys, get off of each other. Oh. They're too intertwined.
Oh. Oh.
Don't get too excited.
30 seconds.
Shut up. No! I'm keeping my hand to the back because I'm just ready to grab it.
Jean has one hand behind her back. 15.
Move.
Oh, that actually worked. 3. 2.
Shut up!
Time!
No! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 monkeys.
No! It's not fair.
Incredible. Now you and I.
Beat that, Garson.
You did beat Garson. That's true.
Ugh.
All right.
Rude.
So I guess I'll have to make a new template that shows all the monkey standings. But as the standings are right now,
But okay, you cheated. You got a practice round.
but it was.
And you had an hour.
But it was. Oh yeah, I had an hour. No wonder I got so many. Actually, no. That move you did at the end there, like I was like, oh, she's stuck.
Is it possible to get all of them in a minute?
I mean, I'm sure it is.
Time
but-
it. We won't count it.
Oh, you want to actually try it?
I want to count time how long it would actually take to do all 12 of them. So we
Okay.
just do a timer.
Okay.
Let's see how long it would actually take.
So I guess stopwatch. You're saying.
Yeah.
All right, and go.
Let's see how long it would actually take
And I will say, so right now, the standings as they exist right now are Scott Dion Brown, the legend.
Shut up.
First place with 1. With 9.
With 1.
With 9.
Winning by 1.
Regina Lena in a very close second place.
So close.
With 8.
If I had 5 more seconds.
And Garson Carroll with an abysmal
now compared to what we just did. Ugh.
5. Although, when we get, I think it's probably fair. Like, if a guest comes on again, they get to go again with the monkeys, right?
No, they had 1 shot.
But I feel like we should reward them for coming on. We want guests to come on.
So Garson's going to be on here every day until he gets it.
Yeah.
But
He'll
then
be like, oh, okay, I'll see you guys next week.
Garson, if you're watching. Ugh. Okay, I think now I'm timing myself.
But we're not, but it doesn't, don't worry about the timer. We're just seeing, like, theoretically. Because the problem is...
But I'm already at a minute and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
So essentially you could get 6, guys. We're just overachievers here on the sit down.
Yeah. I mean, the problem where it gets really hard is like, so if you, there you
Ooh.
go. There you go. See, because if you have a good pour where they're all poured in a pile like that, it's obviously
Stop telling our guests their secrets. Oh, look at that.
Oh, no, you're getting the bonus knowledge. If you have the monkeys stacked on another monkey, it's easier to get under there. The hardest ones to get are these now, where they're literally just flat on the table.
Yeah, no.
Oh, there, you lost one. Because those ones you have to kind of get, you got to go straight under. Yeah, that little swoop actually is not bad. It's a bit of a risk because you could lose it.
Like I just did.
But.
Okay, screw it.
Yeah. So it's doable, but it's a technique that's needed. Anyway, you're at about 1 minute and 48 seconds there. So like there is an element of luck, like how will the
like you just did.
How will the pour be? Well, no, in my case it was straight skill. Straight
wow. Beginners,
professional,
not beginner's luck.
No, unstoppable skill. I'm basically a pro athlete in Barrel of Monkeys. Anyway, everybody, that concludes this week's edition of the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship.
Scott, why'd you take your picture?
I figured it makes the most sense. That's a selfie, everybody. Me hanging out in the barrel.
With the brand new shower curtain lighting.
That's what I use. See, the lighting was good in that picture, right? I know. It's really good. Good episode. Great episode.
Mm-hmm. Good chat.
We had covered a lot of the ground. We learned about lighting. Mm-hmm. And then we randomly got into a talk about catcalling and all that.
Yeah. Anything happens on the show.
Don't catcall people. Like, I don't know what you're doing. I've never really
monkey call? No, I'm just kidding.
Here's the thing, and I'll say this, like, as a man, okay, I understand that feeling when you see a beautiful woman on the street, and you can't help but go, wow,
Wow.
But, like, I know the cartoon characters are like,
the
eyeballs pop out, and but let that be happening in your mind, and let the person just go about her day. She doesn't need to hear from you, We
don't care.
You take in the beautiful sight, and go on about your business, people.
Just saw myself go like. But yeah, this is fun. This is fun. Oh.
Hello, Hazel. Welcome to the show. We're just about to wrap up. We did the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship today. Do you have any final thoughts? Is there anything else we should mention or talk about? I'm trying to...
I don't think so. Stay tuned for headshots from Scott Dion Brown.
Yeah, you'll see the headshots.
And if you are interested in the GTA for headshots, reach out to Scott.
I can do headshots. Yeah, they're...
You've taken my headshot twice now. Corporate and pageant related.
That's true. And I was really happy with I know, like, the what's it called? Shower curtain and like, but the
shower curtains and blankets.
But just
have them around.
The lighting and the composition that you can build now with it is so. It really, I feel like my photography took a step forward.
That was a test shot.
There you go. So next week we're gonna do a Galaxy episode.
Yeah, we're doing a send-off episode for Team Canada, for Canada. There's a big team of us, so we will have some virtual, some in person. I get to be the guest.
Yes, that's right. And then we'll have a bunch of other Galaxy representatives.
It's going to be a good time. I'm excited to go to Texas.
Hazel, this is my co-host on the Sit Down.
Hi.
Regine Elena. And we do this show every Sunday here on the channel. So, yes, you can see her every Sunday, including next Sunday with the Galaxy guests.
Just not the following Sunday.
Yeah, because you'll be
in Texas.
You'll be in Texas, yeah. So I'll have to hold down the fort, but we'll see you guys then. Regine, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on my YouTube channel. Link is in the description. Go ahead and subscribe. I don't have anything on there, but I will probably vlog. I will attempt to vlog.
Oh, really?
I will attempt to vlog Galaxy International. So subscribe to me. If it's not there, Scott will put it in the description. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at It's Regina Elena, or follow my journey to Galaxy Internationals next weekend at Mrs. Galaxy Southern Canada 2022 on Instagram and Facebook.
There you go.
Scott, where can people find you?
You can find me right here.
Damn.
Where you're watching this very video. YouTube.com/Scott Dion Brown. You can also follow me on
There it is.
Twitter and Instagram if you would like. We talked about earlier, I have a Facebook page, Scott Dion Brown, and I do post on it. I also on TikTok at Scott Dion Brown Official, but YouTube's the best place. That's where you get the vlogs. It's where you get the sit down. It's where you get all the music. It's where you get everything else. Find me right there. It's also where you get the live streams every night. Hazel, no.
Every night?
Monday to Friday. Actually, not every night, but most weeknights. No, we are not boyfriend girlfriend. I was actually a guest at her wedding.
Yeah, I just got married.
Just got married. So no, we are
No.
co-hosts and friends.
Yes. It's funny. My mom, for all of you who are watching, at the photo shoot on Friday, my mom's like, listening to us banter is literally what you get in person.
Yeah, I guess it is, yeah.
I'm like, it's because we're doing this show every time we talk to each other.
That's basically what the show is, right? Like we bring in a guest and then we just
chat.
chat.
Or we don't even need a guest and we can chat for an hour and a half. Almost 2 hours. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have to say sorry, Hazel. It's a valid question. You don't have to be sorry for being curious. Do you think do you think this move for Facebook to be more like TikTok is going to work? What's your prediction? Is Facebook going to go up again, or what do you think?
I think it'll push people away.
That's what I'm thinking, because if their core audience right now is an older demographic, I think people are just going to be confused. And I almost feel like they'll just go, oh, no, I don't know. Well, I'll just turn this off.
It'll just push them away.
Right. I mean, I guess the only possibility is like, you know how TikTok can be very addicting in that you just like keep watching? So it might grab some people that way. But the problem is...
Don't go on TikTok.
Yeah. If you're going on Facebook, I think now most people, they go on Facebook to find out what their family members and friends are doing. And if they're not able to find that, you're going to have people who will be like, who are these people? I don't know who they are.
Exactly.
And they're just going to turn it off and just not go on.
It'll turn them off to Facebook. They will turn another page and go elsewhere.
But the problem is, where are they going to go?
Well, I mean, there are older people. I hate saying that. There are more mature people on TikTok. Like if you look, I follow a grandpa on TikTok. He makes the best TikTok content. He wears his granddaughter's clothes that she leaves at his house and makes content out of it.
Oh, that's funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. So there you go. So yeah, of course. And that's true. There are always, there are people of all ages on all the platforms, and that's a normal thing. But I just mean like on the whole demographic
Facebook is meant to be just Facebook. That is where you share your pictures, share your life updates. It's not a blog or vlog. It's more of a blog than a vlog. Yeah. And put it that way.
And I guess the problem though is that the owners of each of these platforms, right? Like I don't think they really care so much of like what they are. All they care about is like, oh shoot, our user base is going down. We got to get them back. What's everybody doing? Oh, they're all doing this TikTok thing. Okay, let's do the TikTok thing. And so...
But should you do the TikTok thing?
Yeah. And the problem is, well, I don't know. This could start an entire other discussion. But the problem is that because they all have to make money, and all they're trying to do is farm our data and sell us ad revenue and sell us ad space. And so they're so quick to move away from even the stuff that got us on the platform in the first place to like make it into something that is more profitable for them.
But don't do it, Facebook. Please don't. Or Meta. Don't do it.
Well, I mean, that's the other problem for me is that because I feel like that's already what Facebook is and that's what they do. Like, I'm not even cheering for them. Like, when I heard the Facebook's going down, I'm like,
Sucks.
oh, good. I'm happy. You know, I feel the same way about Twitter. I'm like, on the one hand,
I'm not a Twitter person.
you know, I'm barely a Twitter person. And like, there was a time when I really liked it. And I was like telling people, oh, gotta get Twitter. You want to be up to date with things? Gotta get Twitter. Not anymore. And now to this whole business with Elon Musk buying it, I'm like,
That's a Tesla guy, right?
He's a Tesla guy. But the funny thing is there's so much controversy. Like, is he going to buy it? Is he not? All this stuff's happening. But because if Twitter just was gone, I would be kind of happy about it. So like, I will he save it or not? I don't know. And I kind of don't.
Will he make a car out of it?
I'm sure it'll be integrated into your Tesla for
Like,
sure.
I only use Twitter because I manage my works, like our company's Twitter. I don't use Twitter to have Twitter.
In fact, I basically use Twitter. I will say this. So in terms of posting, I only post on Twitter the same way I post on Facebook. I'll message. I post a new video on YouTube. Okay, check it out. Check out my latest video. That's pretty much all my Twitter is. However, I do sometimes scroll Twitter, whereas I almost never scroll through Facebook.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah. So you'll scroll through Facebook. Yeah, I find with Twitter, I don't even really follow a huge number of people, so it's hard to see the same, But like, I'll get the headlines, and some other friends or filmmaker people that I follow are actors, and I'll see what they're posting. But it's very rare.
I'm a Facebook person.
Yeah. In terms of like entertainment, my main one is YouTube. I like TikTok, but I've been using it less and less though, because I find when I'm actually busy during the day, I can't use TikTok because
Gets distracting.
Well, it's not even that it's distracting. It's that I because I'm physically like working on something with my hands on a computer, or like, you can't
True.
every 6 seconds be swiping.
It's easier to have a YouTube video on.
YouTube, I'll throw on like a podcast or like, or more recently, like lighting tutorial videos, and I'll have that going, and I'm working and listening, so.
And if you're on YouTube, people can actually watch your videos.
That's the other reason why YouTube's the best one, people. Because that's where you find the Scott Dion Brown.
Exactly.
Hazel just followed me on Instagram. Thanks. Perfect. And you can follow Regine as well at It's Regine Elena.
Bing.
There it is. Bing.
There we're at. There we are at.
Here we are. All right. I think we should wrap this one up. This was almost a 2-hour episode. Look at us go.
We've done this before. It's not our first rodeo.
That's true. It's funny because...
Don't drop the mug.
I already did. Luckily, it hit my leg, but I already dropped it once. It's funny because on episodes when we don't have a guest, it depends on the guest. But sometimes, we do have episodes even with the guest, we just talk about whatever. But because we don't have a guest, it's like I don't have any pressure to like
finish on time.
Or not even that, but just even like make sure like, I gotta make sure I ask them about this, or make sure you're right. So when you and I are just talking, it's like we can talk about anything.
Clearly.
And we don't even think about where it's gonna go or whether it should go anywhere.
Or what time it is.
Yeah, and so because of that, we just roll. Anyway, people.
I was gonna say it's interesting because I remember when we're like, are we ready to do a show without a guest yet? And you're like, no, we're not. No, we're not.
Right.
For the longest time, I'm like, yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, that's right. That's
and
true.
And now here we are.
Yeah, that's right. There was that stretch where if there were episodes where it's like, oh, wait, we don't have anybody booked, or this person canceled. What are we going to do?
Should we just do our own show? And you're like, no, we're not ready yet. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's true. And now I'm like, oh, yeah, let's just go.
We don't need a guest. I mean, we love our guests, but...
Well, because what I find is as long as you have a topic, as long as we have a topic to talk about...
No, but even there are days where we don't have topics, and we're like, just swing it.
But we find it. But we find a topic. That's what I mean. That you can kind of...
We need at least one thing to start off, and then...
Yeah. Because you know what it was? I think before, I used to feel like we needed a guest so that it can kind of be a structure for the show in that, okay, I know that the subject of the show is this artist and the things that they're into and the things that they're doing. Whereas now I realize even episodes with guests, I kind of like the episodes where, okay, yeah, we'll find out what this person's doing. But after that, I kind of like to talk even about stuff with the guest, whether it's based on their experiences or whatever. I find when the episodes are
structured,
but like structured around like a subject, I find for me they're the most interesting, they're the most fun to talk about. and it's why you can end up at almost 2 hours now.
I mean, we could have played this for 2 hours, and it would have been a great episode. We should do that.
Just
one episode. We'll just practice
getting
the
good at barrel monkeys.
Yeah. I mean, you stream video games. Why can't we stream actual gaming?
You're not wrong. There's probably an audience for that.
Like, we should just stream board games and see what happens.
There might be other games we could try.
I just said board games.
Yeah.
Like, I love Ticket to Ride. I can play Ticket to Ride all day, and I'd beat you, but...
I don't even know what that is.
Even better.
There you go. You have an unfair advantage.
No.
Unfair.
It is actually very unfair, because during the pandemic, I did get it on Xbox, and that is what I played on.
Huh.
I low-key played video games during the pandemic. Have you played Fall Boys?
Fall Guys?
Fall Boys. Is it called Fall Boys?
Are you talking about the video game? It's Fall Guys.
Isn't Fall Guys... No, Fall Boys is the band, Fall Guys is the game.
You mean Fallout Boy?
Yeah.
Fallout Boy is a band. Fall Guys is a video game. And yes, I played it.
I've tried it twice and I suck at it.
I'm not very good at it. But you know what? I think that's the kind of game, again, you just got to practice it.
You should stream that game.
I streamed it once or twice.
Oh, you should.
I'll stream it again.
Exactly.
There you go. It's Fall Guys. There you go. Random Rick Review says, yep, even a board... Oh, there's a board game channel on Twitch.
See, we could totally do an episode and see what happens. But would you guys watch us?
I think some people would.
I'm very competitive, and so are you. So I feel like that would be good content.
That could be fun. Okay, we could do an episode where we try games out. Yeah, okay. And also, we got to bring back some food stuff.
Yeah.
I want to do some taste testing episodes.
Now that we're back in person, should I bring snacks from Texas? Jokes. My luggage will be too full. Don't do it. Don't say yes.
If there's an option. If there's, you know what it is? If you find something that's kind of interesting or very unique to Texas, I'd be down. That'd be fun.
Sounds good.
See if a snack or something. What am I streaming tomorrow?
Are you streaming tomorrow?
Probably. I usually do Minecraft on Mondays. The thing is, a few new games have launched, and I'm not sure if I should switch it up. The Cuphead DLC has come out. Multiverses is about to come out. There was something else. I'm not sure. Hazel, I'll find out, but it might be Minecraft tomorrow. It might be Minecraft. We'll see.
Tune in.
Yeah. Regine. Great episode.
This was fun. We're going to bring board games next time, guys.
All you guys who tuned in and watched, I really appreciate it. Please hit the like button if you haven't yet. And make sure you follow us both. Mm-hmm. Hit the like button. Multiverses looks pretty fun. Yeah, I agree. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. It's a new fighting game, but it's all Warner Brothers characters.
Ooh.
So there's Wonder Woman, there's Batman. Apparently LeBron James is one of the characters.
Okay.
Tom and Jerry.
Oh, that's cute.
A whole bunch. From Arya Stark from Game of Thrones is in it. There's just a whole bunch of characters, really popular ones. Shaggy. So
wait, Shaggy the dog or the singer?
Neither.
Who's Shaggy?
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Sorry, I totally screamed into the mic. Yes.
Shaggy. That would be funny if it was Shaggy the singer.
That's just like, it wasn't me. Like, that's all I can think of. Like, imagine he's fighting and that's his like tagline.
I would play a Shaggy.
Or because I got high.
That would be funny. But no, not that one. It's Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
My bad. I knew it as I said it out loud, but...
What was the other Shaggy you mentioned?
Like the dog. I actually... Shaggy the dog is not even a character.
Yeah,
but you know the Shaggy dog? That's what I call it.
The Shaggy dog.
The dog from Little Mermaid, the gray one.
Yes.
Or like I think that dog was also in
Peter Pan?
I don't know. I didn't watch Peter Pan. Or I did. I just don't remember. What's that movie where the guy, like it's a live action movie, it's like from the 90s, and the neighbor was an old man, and then the kid was like, he had like a mustache.
Dennis the Menace?
Yeah, that dog.
I can't remember
even the dog?
I can't remember what the dog looked like now from Dennis the Menace.
Google it.
I can't remember.
Dennis.
Is Minecraft free? No, I don't think so. I had to pay for it, so no. I'm pretty sure Minecraft is about.
No, it's not that dog, but it is a Shaggy dog.
Oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. Okay, everybody. Well, again, we could keep talking for hours, so I think we're just going to call it. Guys, thank you all so much for being here. Hit the like button. Stay safe out there. I'll see you all
Shaggy
tomorrow.
Dog is a character.
The Shaggy Dog?
Look, it's a character. I didn't lie.
I have not seen that. I have not even heard of that.
But anyways, yes. See you all next weekend.
See you all next weekend, people.
Bye.
Bye.